تهیه و تنظیم در استودیو بیزرایز.
So it's not like you can just, invest 100,000 into some company and then that turns into 3 million. And even then it's not that simple. You still need to have so much experience and so many skills. You could give $100 million to any random idiot and I guarantee if they tried to invest it in companies, they'd lose it very, very quickly. So back to the point, for the next 6 months, you have to learn a skill. So first you learn the skill and then you apply leverage to that skill. So let me explain what I mean. I don't care what business you start, whether that's a, online lean boutique agency, like I always recommend to people, or it's a, drop shipping store, whatever floats your boat, it doesn't matter. The point is, at first you're gonna have to be a glorified contractor. You're gonna call yourself a business owner, but for the first 6 months, you pretty much have to learn the skills and do things yourself. When it comes to e-commerce and drop shipping, the best skill that you can learn is finding winning products. Because at the end of the day, you could have the best product on earth and some mediocre ads, and if you compare that to the worst product that the market doesn't really want, or maybe it's too saturated or whatever it may be, and the best ads, the best copy, the best creative, all this, the product that is better will always win inevitably. Now, when it comes to starting an online agency, the only skill that I always tell people, look, there's no avoiding it. You don't need to become the best of the best of the best in the world, but you need to at least just be competent. You need to at least be a 6 out of 10, and that is sales. If you want to start an online boutique agency or any sort of service-based business, whether you want to become an online coach, whatever it is, you have to at least have a rudimentary understanding of sales. You need to be able to tell your potential customers, your potential clients, why they should invest in your service or product. So for the next 6 months, the only thing you need to figure out is based on the business model that you decide to choose. And as I said, I would check out the video that I linked below to kind of help you come to a conclusion. Once you actually figure out what business model works for you, then you need to figure out what is the most important skill in that business model. And you need to focus and you need to hone in on that for the next 6 months. Then what's going to happen is over the space of the next 6 months, it probably won't be your first week. It probably won't be your first month. But after a couple months, you'll start to feel like, oh, wow, I really have the hang of this. I'm starting to get some success. I'm starting to get some customers. I'm starting to get some clients. You're going to start making a little bit of money. You're going to start to build some systems and you're going to kind of get in the routine and the flow of things. And then the next 6 months, you're going to start to apply leverage. Now, for me, the best and the most powerful form of leverage that you can possibly have is hiring a team. Now, once again, don't let that scare you. I'm not talking about payroll, whatever it is. I'm saying that, let's say you use certain softwares or you use certain tools to find winning products. Well, then you can hire cheap VAs to basically buy back some of your time. Because now, unlike the beginning, right at the beginning when you first start, your time is worth practically nothing. Whereas now, your time actually leads to money. When you spend time on your business, it actually leads to you getting paid. So for that e-com example, or let's say, for example, you're running an agency, if you're spending time finding clients, if you're lead sourcing, if you're putting together lists of potential clients to work with. So really in the second phase, what you're trying to do is buying back time. And after your first year of trying to build passive income, I'll refer to it as that, but we both know what I really mean is leveraged income. And as I said, after the first year, after the first 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, basically each year, all you're doing is you're just spending more and more and more money to buy back your time, to build leverage. And then eventually what's going to happen is you are the bottleneck to your business. There's only so much time that a person can spend, and that's really where you hire even better team. And the truest form of passive income is when you have an amazing team. And by the way, I can tell you right now, if you pay people salaries and you just decide you're going to move to Bali, you're going to live a laptop lifestyle, and you just expect your team to work and nothing else, and they just know that they are working, they're making you rich, and that's about it, that will never work. So you either have to make sure that you are still involved in your business, or the other option is you give people percentage of profit share. So whatever the company makes, they get a percentage of profit. Now, in some businesses that makes sense, whereas in some businesses it makes more sense to give your team equity. Now, I personally don't like that. Of all my companies, the only place I do that is in my software companies. In general, I much more prefer a profit share model. Now, I know that maybe for some of you guys, you're watching this and this video feels a little underwhelming to you, and you just wanted the secret, the one little hack, the trick, how do I make passive income in 2023? And here I come bursting your bubble, telling you that to get to this idea of passive income you want will take at least a year, and then it'll actually take many, many more years to truly live a life where you have passive income. And by the way, I have been in the world of business. I've been running businesses for 6 years. If I fell asleep for a year, I would wake up and I would have made collectively between the businesses well over 8 figures in profit. And my main software company, at the growth rate we have, I could probably sell it in a year for $150 million. But ladies and gentlemen, that's 6 years into this journey. I can tell you right now that even 2 years ago, if I stopped working, if I walked away from the business, maybe 1 month in, we wouldn't notice. 2 months in, we'd start to notice. 3 months we definitely notice. By month 4, probably the company would be collapsing, and that's just the truth of passive income. Really, all passive income is building leverage, is building systems, and all you're doing is you're kicking the can down the road, you're buying yourself time. So ladies and gentlemen, long story short, put your head down, focus, stop looking for the easy options, for the easy routes out. I can tell you right now, when you get to the top of the mountain, making money really is as easy as everyone makes it out to be. When you've been in business for 3, 5, 10 years, and you're actually dedicated to business as a sport, it's genuinely like being a professional athlete. You have to give it that level of dedication. And I'm being completely honest, after 5 years, making money is so easy. You'll start to realize that there is money in literally every single direction you look. But for the first year, 2 years, it is a grind. It is you earning your stripes, putting your head down, and focusing on building the main thing, which is leverage. So that way you can make leveraged income rather than this whole BS idea of passive income. And on that note, go ahead and implement the 12-month framework I told you about, and I'll catch you in the next video.
تهیه و تنظیم در استودیو بیزرایز.